This is part 2 of the video in which I'm instructing you on your semester final. So now we've gone over the final as a whole and talked about all the stages, and now I'm going to talk about what you're going to do this week and specifically today. So to find that, you're going to go back into your Monday folder and click on Do, and then go to Submit a Link to all of your folders. So let's open this up. This is stage 1 of your assignment, and this is due on December 3rd, Thursday, if you're section, the first section of this class that meets on Monday, Thursday. All right, so this stage is meant to explore using the compositional devices and abstract ceramic building and decorating techniques we have learned using themes around your year's experiences. So this is exactly what we were talking about when I talked about the entire project. So this is stage 1, and this is what you're going to work on this week, specifically today. There is a component of this that is due today. Okay, so here's a link again to your compositional devices. It's really important that you review them, and you're going to choose 2 that you really connect with. And I'd like you, in conjunction to choosing 2 of these, you're also going to choose 2 themes, which is the first part of this project. So you're going to choose 1 compositional device and 1 theme that goes with 1 theme, and then choose a different compositional device to go with another theme. Okay, and I'll give you an example of that in a couple minutes here. All right, so the next step of this assignment is to you're going to be sculpting very small sculptures, like 3 inches is probably max for each one. They shouldn't take you too long, and you're going to, for each compositional device and theme, you're going to make a small sculpture that's a coil built sculpture, one that is a slab built sculpture, either wet or leather hard slabs, and one that is pinched. Okay, and then you're also going to combine that with a sponging technique, a brushing technique, a staining, or a layering. And these are our surface techniques with acrylic. I'm going to restate this. I already said it, but I want to say it again. We are not firing these pieces. Instead, you're going to be acrylic painting them and texturizing them while they are wet. And then what we are submitting is actually photographs and an AR, augmented reality program that is going to turn your sculpture into a 3-dimensional sculpture that the viewing public can view from all sides. So this is going to be completely virtual submission. We are not firing or glazing these pieces. All right, so we talked about the objective again, which is all of these things listed out, and that you are telling a story about your experience this year. So here are the specific directions. You're going to be choosing 2 compositional devices, one that interests you and one that kind of seems to fit with the focus of your narrative. Okay, and then you're going to choose a narrative theme for each one of those compositional devices. And we'll look at an example of what that looks like. And then you're going to sculpt 2 small ceramic sculptures using each device, going through all of the abstraction techniques for form and 1 surface technique. Okay, so the form techniques are coil, slab, and pinch, and the surface techniques you can choose from are sponging, staining, brushing, and layering. So in the end of this assignment, you are actually going to have 12 small sculptures, and this is due at the end of class on Thursday. Okay, so these are small. They're meant to be kind of like sketches, quick. Okay, so don't stress out and spend hours on each one. That's not what I'm looking for. I really want this to be kind of like sketching in clay. Then you're going to submit a Google Drive link that has all of these folders. So here's an example of what I'm looking for, and this is what you're turning in today. So you're not sculpting today, you are only creating this system of folders, and you're going to submit a link to the main folder that's going to have all these internal folders in there, and that is the beginning of this. And once you do that, then you can start sculpting. And once you sculpt to those little sculptures, you must, this is a requirement, use a photo editing app. I prefer you use Snapseed to alter them. And I'm looking for a huge difference between what it looks like in real life and what you alter it to look like. You should be kind of pushing even more towards your narrative when you alter it. Okay, so for example, if you choose social distance or confinement as your narrative, then I want you to edit it in Snapseed to make it seem even more connected to that theme of confinement or social distance. Okay, so you're just going to have to figure that part out. That's the creative part of this. And then within each one of those folders, you're going to title the folder Technique 1, Coil with Sponging. You're going to have 2 sculptures that you've made with the coil technique and that you're going to sponge on with your acrylic paint. And then you're going to have another folder that's titled Technique 2, Slab and Layering. So slab is the form technique and layering is the surface technique. And then your third folder is called Technique 3, Pinch is your form technique and staining is your surface decorating technique. Okay, so those 3 folders would be inside this bigger folder called Social Distance Compositional Device Asymmetrical Balance. And then the second folder is I'm choosing. You choose different ones, called Family Compositional Device Confined Space. Okay, so there are 3 techniques. So you should have 6 photos per theme and compositional device with a total of 12 images submitted for stage 1. This is a lot of work, so you're going to be working on it through the week. I'm giving you your Wednesday time instead of a featured artist of the week. You should be working on this, and also class Thursday. So you'll be submitting this folder to me with all of these photos by the end of class Thursday. Now this is kind of the bulk of this assignment. It is meant to help you explore in a sketchy kind of fun way all of the possibilities of abstraction and talking about narrative. And then when we get to the next stages, you're going to be refining and choosing and making more specific work. Okay, so today you're going to submit the link for all of these folders. The folders are due Thursday, December 3rd, end of class. Like I said, you're going to be working on it during the week, so carve out some extra time this week for this, you guys. You're going to need it. You can't do this at the last minute. And then also Wednesday. So click on this link here. This is an example of what your folder should look like. Since we're all visual artists, it's a lot easier to see how to do it if we can see it with our eyes. So your main folder should say your last name and then Rules of Abstraction. That is the title of this show. And then ceramics. Okay, so I can identify it. So within this folder, you're going to make another folder called Stage 1. Click on that folder, and then we're going to have 2 folders. These are our themes coupled with our compositional devices. So this one is, the theme is family, and the compositional device is confined space. And then this one is the theme of social distance, and the compositional device of asymmetrical balance. And then within each of these folders, there are 3 techniques. Technique 1, coil and staining. You're going to have 2 pictures of 2 sculptures in there using the coil and staining technique. Technique 2 is slab and layering. Technique 3 is pinch and sponging. Okay. Now when you share this link with me, one of the pitfalls of sharing folders is sharing the wrong folder. So you grab, maybe you're looking at this and you go up to this and you click on the arrow and you click share. Well, you're only sharing this one folder with me when you do that. So you have to back up and make sure that you're clicked on the original folder that contains all of the other folders, and that's the one that you share with me. And if you share this with me and you put the settings, the get link settings, to anyone on the internet with this link can view. I would do that so you don't have to put my name in there. Click done. Whoops, we'll go back and click copy link and then post that in this discussion board on today's assignment. Okay, you're not sculpting today, you're only creating these folders. That is what's due today. And this is my preference for submitting links, you guys, so that it's faster for me to view them. Please click this link and then title it your last name and then put the link in there and then attach it and then you have to type something in here to post it and then post. When you do it this way, I can click right on your name and go straight to your link. If you just copy and paste your link and post it, it does not turn up as a hyperlink that I can click on. I have to copy and paste it and put it up here, and it's an extra step for me. So X out, we're not doing it this way. We're doing it this first way, okay? And I'll leave that there as an example. All right, I know you're probably going to have questions. This is the same assignment for Ceramics 1 and 2. Ceramics 2, you're just going to, I think, be graded a little bit. You're going to have different set of rubrics for the submission of your final project. So we'll talk about that. I will be available to answer emails if you have questions this afternoon, and also I will be there for office hours. If you are completely lost and feeling overwhelmed, just read the directions again and go step by step, or watch this video again. All right, thanks. Oh wait, one more thing. Please don't forget to do your checkout. So for today's checkout, it's always in the Connect and Demonstrate folder. Check out the work, ceramic artwork of Lauren Mabry. She practices glaze flow, and it's amazing. Search up ceramic surface techniques and textures and post one that you like. Okay, so that is your checkout for today. All right, you guys, thanks so much. I'll see you on Thursday.